whatever that means. So we are, let me make sure I set the alarm here so I don't overtalk, because as I was saying, I wasn't even aware I was doing this. So that one there, we should have enough. Right, let's roll. Now, apparently, the subject I'm talking about tonight, I think I've not done one of these before. So just as a waiver, my name's Tony Cohen from sunny La Jolla, California, where it's 72 degrees and I'm wearing shorts, just for the record. And I am an independent promoter with the company Pruvit. So what we are going to talk about tonight, I believe, if I read it out correctly, I want to make sure I'm on point, is retention. I think we could wrap it up as, hang on, where's the notes? Where's the notes? Multiplier, Dawn's en route to a party. Well, she should just tell me that, I'm not sure, but anyway, let's get this right. So I didn't know I was doing this. Oh, how to get people on Smartship. Now, pattern language. I'm not trying to get people to do anything. I'm not trying to get, this is a great shot. I'm going to take a picture of it. You know, guys, you can use these pictures of these screens to get people onto more of them. Even if Josh Nelson and his Grizzly Adams face is on there, we can still do it. So I'm not trying to get people to do anything. I'm not trying to get people to buy. I want people to have all the relevant information they need to make the decision that they want to make. Does that make sense to you guys? If it does, just give me a thumbs up. Yep, so it makes sense to Ken. Got it. So in the process, and we understand the process, I'm not dwelling on it, is we've got a video. We get someone onto a 5-day or a 10-day by a process. We've covered those. However, where do you go from there? I'm not covering how do you go from a 5 or a 10-day to get people on board. That's already been done. What I will cover is when someone is going through the process, and I believe it was Kelly last week said a great, there was a great line last week. I think it was Kelly. If it was someone else, I apologize. And it was, we'll get you started with a 5 or a 10-day before you decide whether you want to do 90-day, 60-day, 30-day. Because the 5 or the 10-day is the taste test. So by this point, they already know. They know what it feels like. They want in. They generally will know what flavor they want. They generally will know what, whether it's charged or non-charged. So at this point, I will sometimes walk people through it because, you know, they're on the site. I think the term Kelly said was to make the site, or to make the site easier for you to work, or to get you more familiar with the site. So when they're on the site, there's a very specific way of doing it. I want to give them something first before I ask them to do anything. So when someone's doing it, even if they're asking me any questions, like I'm looking at the site now, blah, 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 what flavor do you think, what this should I do, what should I do, how should I do it? You can always step back. So I say to people always, and this is just me personally, because I drink the Max or the Nat or the Unleashed. So I say, here's what you want to do. Get a couple of boxes of the Max, maybe a box of charged, a box of non-charged. Then if you want 22% off all regular orders for life, and it doesn't matter how big those orders are, if you want 22% off all regular orders for life and a free box every 4th month, when you order Hit Today and Smartship. Oh, and by the way, that will also qualify you for free product monthly. So the key here is giving the 22% first, rather than saying, hey, will you hit this button? If you hit this button, you get this. The pattern language is, we're going to give you this if you hit the button. So we're leading with it. If I send you a quick 5-minute info video, will you watch it and let me know if it makes sense to you? We're giving first. When we get that pattern language down so it flows, there is no pressure from this end. And I will tell you, I don't know if it is 100%, but it's pretty close to 100% on all new, you know, customers, promoters, whatever. However, there's one little hack you can use. And when I'm doing it, if it's face-to-face, if I'm doing it off my phone, it's kind of hard to do. But when we go on to our, I'm busy today. Go on to here. What I'll do is, if it's face-to-face, is I will show them my Smartship and that it's free. And then more importantly, because let's face it, people have had, you know, or might get this, oh, if I do something, am I stuck with it? So all I say is, when you get your site, you go on the site, you have, if you guys can read it, you can cancel your Smartship, you can change your Smartship, you can change the date. You've got complete control over that in one click. So you get it set up, you're going to get 22% off for life. Why do I suggest 2 boxes? Well, if they only want 1, they can get 1. However, the 2 boxes on boxes of 20 makes sense. So they can set that up, and then every 2 months, they've got enough stuff for 1 a day. However, as pretty much everyone on this line knows, are any of you guys only drinking 1 a day? Because I'm not. So that's that part of it. The other thing you want to do, and I got this from Jen, and from Jen Worth, and this is a great little hack for this. Any one of your Smartship customers, when a new flavor comes out and you bought a couple of boxes, just put one in an envelope and send it to them. How do you get their address? You message them and go, hey, I want to just send you a freebie as a thank you. What's your address? Just send it to them, even with a little handwritten note. Is anyone, who on here by hands has had a handwritten note from BU? By hands. Nick, Josh, Donna, Missy, Sharon, like loads of us. Those little touches, I've got I bet everyone else has got every single one they've ever had. I've got them in a Ziploc bag, like the original white powder came in. It's the same bag. So little things like that. But that tip, how to retain your Smartship customers, is when there's a new flavor. And there's another reason for that. They're not having to think about, do I buy the Harvest? Do I buy the Splash? Do I buy this next time it comes out? What if I don't like it? They've tried it. For that small investment, it's well worth it. Now, once they've got started, I'm just being mindful of the time here, guys. Once they've got started, and I've seen Dawn do this to great effect, literally, when we've been in splash parties, literally the second they've got started, she's just, hey, do you want to know how to get this stuff free? Like the second she got started. Like they've just put their order through. Hey, do you want to get this stuff free? Well, obviously that's a loaded question. So she walks them through the process. Is all you need is 2 referrals. You're not promoting this, just referrals that do what you did, and your stuff's free. Doesn't elaborate on 2 biggest orders or any of that stuff. And it's so, well, there's, you know, my sister was asking about it. Okay, let's get on your phone with your sister, or is your sister here? Or let's have a splash party, or let's get on a 3-way with your sister and let me see how we can support your sister best. So the pattern language here is, and I'll go over it again. If you're doing this, by the way, and people are getting free products, your retention rate is going to be, I can't say 100%, but it'd be odd if it wasn't. Imagine this, imagine if every single one of your customers got free stuff every month. How many customers would you lose? None. So again, go over this again. If someone can, oh, this is actually recording, so someone can probably write it down and put it into a few of the groups. If you want, I'm sat in the dark here, aren't I? Whatever. If you want 22% off every regular, got to make sure you get the lines right, regular, it's not every order, it's every regular order for life, and free box every 4th month. Hit today and Smartship when you order. Got it? Got it. Oh, and by the way, when you do that, not if you do that, when you do that, you'll automatically qualify for free products every single month for life. Qualify, not receive. So again, got to be very specific with the wording. Got to be very compliant with this stuff. But that absolutely works. Even if you don't think, oh, I just want to try one box. Fine. And I still, it doesn't matter what they say. I still run through the same thing. Here's what's going to happen. If you don't give them that option and they find out later, they're going to be somewhat pissed at you for not telling them. So at least give people the information. It works the same way as sending the video out. It works the same way as offering a 5 or 10 day. It's exactly the same. Give out, give up the information, let them make their own decision. But when they're going to click on that anyway, both things come up. Do you want today? Do you want Smartship? Today and Smartship. It's going to register the RAS. If you know what the RAS is, Reticular Activating System. It's just going to register because you've said the exact words that you want them to do. And to be honest, most people need instruction. This light's really weird, but never mind. The sun's going down, whatever. I look like I've got a tan. I'll do. So that's what I've got. If there's any questions, guys, on this, type them in the chat, please. We have got, because we have got, we're doing something else straight after this, aren't we? Ketones 101. So if you've got any questions, type them in the chat. And that's your key to retention. Lead with the free, with the 22% off. Next up is the free every 4th month. And be sure you get that right. They've got to do, and you guys know this, but they've got to have 3 consecutive monthly Smartship orders going through to get the 4th month. If they don't have, it's just something worth mentioning. Really, to me, it just happened to me then. To me, it's so obvious. I know that stuff. But what if someone just goes, okay, I'll do Smartship for 1 month and I'll get a free box every 4th month. So that's not how it works. We know that, but sometimes we get so comfortable within ourselves, we forget stuff. So that was the fastest video I've ever done. You know what? If you've got any questions, guys, open your mics up. We've got 10 minutes, so we might as well utilize it. Let me ask you this. Is anyone having a challenge? Thanks, Amanda. Is anyone having a challenge with clients just buying 1 box and not on Smartship? Is there anyone on here?
I do, Tony. It's Missy.
Who is it? Missy?
Missy. Yep.
Okay. So let's walk me through it. What's the situation?
Like I mean, I mention Smartship to everybody. Like it's automatic.
Let's just rewind there.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, no, I can hear
okay.
you. Okay.
Like I automatically.
Did you hear me say the word Smartship at all in that coaching?
No.
Mm-hmm. So when you use the word Smartship, it translates to people as auto ship.
Right.
It's MLM terminology. I stay well away from it. We're not an MLM. We're a community-based marketing company.
Right.
The figure is now 80 to 1 customer fulfilled. I don't know. It changes all the time. However, certain terminology will trigger certain thought patterns. So when that happens, when you use the word Smartship, that's the trigger. Because they may have had a previous experience elsewhere with an auto ship that was either, they had to buy a certain amount every month, or it was so hard they had to email a support system to cancel or call customer service or this, that, and the other. And, it's the pattern language. If you want 22% off all future regular orders for life and a free box every 4th month, just hit today in Smartship when you order. You got it? Okay. Oh, and by the way,
thank you.
Oh, and by the way, you'll automatically qualify for free products every month as well if you want that.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Yeah, I do use that word right away.
Yeah, it's just, you know what is pattern language? You may have been.
Come on, what the fuck?
What? Who was that? What was that? Anyway, I suspect that was Josh by the look on his face. So yeah, just little things like pattern language. We've got like two or three minutes left. Can I just go slightly off topic here and be like consistent, because I always do? Because I'm watching a lot of, we're all watching a lot of stuff here. And if there's one tip I've got, and I asked Brian the other week, I said, would you give me your permission to coach you on public speaking? Like, I've got way more than my 10,000 hours in. Even though I don't always act like it, I'm like way over there. The word but is completely different from the word however. So when we're speaking, pattern language, lesson 101, when we're speaking and talking to someone, does my ass look big in this dress? No, it looks fine, but let's try this again. Does my ass look big in this dress? It looks fine. However, you see how that translates differently? So, but is going to be contradictory. However, it's going to be reinforcing. Does my ass look big in this dress? Not really, but you could probably use a bigger size. Or does my ass look big in this dress? Not really. However, if the stripes were the other way, you'd look so much hotter. Changing that word. Now, if you become conscious of using the word but, you can bring it back. I could say blah, 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 but actually what I mean is blah, 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 however, and it's a practice for like 28 days. I guarantee you, when you're watching videos now, any of these things, I guarantee you'll notice it. So guys, if that's all we have got, let me just check the chat. Edders, PA, wherever that is, Keswick, Ontario, which is a very cool spot. 2 a day for sure, Amanda. Great job, thank you. Nice, yes. Okay, good, Pam. More than happy to support. And by the way, there's another key word, which is a Mitchism. When someone reaches out, don't be happy to help, because then they'll be calling you every second of the day. Be happy to support. How can I best support you? So from sunny San Diego, actually it's not sunny now, is it? Okay. From San Diego, California. We are doing Ketones 101 in about 10 minutes on the Ketones 101 page. So what I suggest you guys do, here's your call to action. There's 2. Immediately go to Ketones 101 and just invite a bunch of people to the page. However, your call to action from this is on 100% of the next orders people reach out to you to commit to, or they're talking to you, on 100%, can I ask you, if this was beneficial for you, can you use that exact terminology before they place the order? And by the way, if they place the order without it, because you forgot, because it's not in your habit or pattern language, you can always hit them up afterwards and just say, hey, by the way, don't know if I mentioned, you can get 22% off all future regular orders for life and a free box every 4th month. All you need to do is just add Smartship to that. You're not buying anything today. It's for next month, because you're going to want more anyway, aren't you? Yeah. Good. All right, guys. Thanks so much. How do I do this now? How do I stop recording? I wish someone with technology was in my living room right now. Right, guys. Peace out. I'm going to stop cloud recording. Yes.